Hello, welcome to Friday, which means Small Biz Q. Why? Why was there a drum roll? Small Biz Q&A is what that means. Today's question is a follow-on from last week's question. So today's question is, how do I run a holiday promo? So, firstly, go back and watch last week's to find out if you even should. If you've decided that yes, you do want to run a holiday promotion, and you're just like, whoa, this feels like a lot. Next, decide what you're actually going to offer. Is it going to be a discount? Is it going to be a discount on a specific thing? Is it on everything you do? Is it just on certain themed things? Are you going to put a specific bundle together for the promotion? Is it going to be, if you buy this, you get this free? Is it going to be what? When you know what you're going to offer, please write these things down. I am a big fan of writing everything down, including notes. When you know what you're offering, decide on start and end dates. These, personally, think very important. I know some people run like endless offers. DFS. Really bothers me. It really bothers me. If it's a promotion, there should be an end date and there should be a start date, and people should know when those things are, and therefore where they stand. So decide when you're starting your offer, when you're ending your offer. If you really want to allow for an extension, maybe decide on an end date and then plan for like a bonus week or something. Not a fan of that myself. You might want to do that. You do you. When you know what you're offering and when you are offering it, plan your timeline. You need to know when. So from when your start date all the way to your end date. It's really going to be like this, but for size here. You then need to know what you're posting at what point. So when you initially launch it, you want to go in with like a bang, I imagine. You might not. You might want to go in slowly, slow burn. Generally pretty good, though, to go in sort of all guns blazing. That's not a great analogy. And be like, hey, this offer is happening right now. Put it all out there and be like, this is amazing. This is why it's amazing. This is when it's ending. Give people all the information. Get it out there. And then as the timeline progresses, you want to keep promoting it, but it doesn't have to be in icky salesy ways. You can promote it gradually through that time period, which is another reason you need this time period, so that you can stage it in advance and you don't suddenly start promoting something every 5 minutes across your social media. That's not cool. Nobody wants that. So you need this timeline. And so you can drop stuff in. If you've got a theme on your social media, if you do themed days, certain things on a Monday, or you have every other post is certain thing or whatever, you can then slot it in different ways to that plan that's already in place. So it's natural, it's organised, and you are still promoting it. When you have your timeline, write your copy, create your graphics, contact your influencers or whoever you are working with, if you are working with anybody like that. Again, the copy, graphics, it doesn't have to be, sales. That was terrifying. Sorry about that. So yeah, it doesn't have to be like really super salesy. You can be like, especially as in the sort of middle period, you can really easily just drop it in. I offer these services, blah blah blah, when you're generally talking about who you are and what you do. By the way, got an offer running at the moment, got a promotion running for this holiday, for this event, for this thing, and you can get this for a reduced rate or with an extra thing. So it's not always just literally promo post, because that gets a bit boring, doesn't it? And as you're getting towards the end of that timeline, the last, depending how long you're running it, the last month, the last 2 weeks, the last week, the last day, push more with, you're coming to a climax, so you want to create that urgency then, and be like, you've had all this time, don't say that, but you've had all this time, right? They've had the chance, they know it's happened, they know it's going on. If you want this, you need to get it right now. And I personally not a fan of going in hard like that through the whole thing. I'm more about let people know what's happening, promote it, talk about why it's awesome, etc., etc. I mean, if people are buying it, share what they're saying about it, and all of that. But towards the end, you need to put a little bit of pressure on. And it doesn't have to be, again, icky pressure, but people need to know that time is running out, that there is an end date, and after that, that's it, it's gone. Once you have all of this prepared, you've got your copy, you know what influencers you're working with, and you've spoken to them, you've got graphics, you know your timeline, you've planned it all out, schedule it. Please schedule it. Because can you imagine putting in all this work and having this amazing holiday promo plan, and then something comes up, mad client phone call, need you to do this work all this week, and you don't have time to post your promotions. Kid's sick. You don't have time to post your promotions. You forget. You don't know what's going on. You suddenly everything, the world is falling around your ears, and you haven't got time. Schedule it. If you're on Facebook, schedule natively. If you're on Instagram, there are a ton of different schedulers you can use. Some are paid, some are free. If you're really stuck for cash, great way, not quite as good, but a great way to remind you, even if stuff is going on, is to put notes in Google Keep. Other note apps are available, I'm sure, or in your Google Calendar, or any other calendar. Can you tell I'm like so deep in the Google ecosystem? To say and include a link to the image that you're using, or the video, or the whatever you're using. Include the copy, include any hashtags in it. So basically, it pings up on your phone, on your computer, everywhere, and is like, hey, you need to post this now. You copy it all, paste it, post it. Not ideal, but it is free, and it will remind you. So you've scheduled it all, and then you need to engage. You always need to engage, but engage hard. So if people comment on it, if people ask questions, if people want clarification on something, if people want to know a little bit more, if people are talking about it, sharing that they've bought it and this is what they thought, or they bought it before the sale, share what they think, but get involved in the conversation and outreach, not in a salesy way. Your outreach does not need to be, hey, this thing's on sale. Your outreach can be, hey, you're doing really well at this thing. Hey, love this post because blah, 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 blah. Outreach isn't about walking up to someone in the street and going, hey, I sell this thing. It's about making connections and giving people a reason to flip back to your profile and find out who you are. Because maybe they're just going to look at your profile and go, this isn't for me. But maybe they're going to look at your profile and go, oh, you seem like an interesting person. Oh, you do something that I might be interested in. Oh, maybe I can't afford this right now, but in the future, I want to know what you're up to. Maybe your dogs are, they're engaging. Excuse me a moment. So, you've decided if you're running a promotion, you've decided what you're promoting. You've decided start and end dates. You've planned your timeline. You've written everything and created everything that goes with it. Contacted influencers. You've scheduled it. You've engaged. You are engaging all the time. Track what is working. Track your stats like you are obsessed. Don't get like super hung up on it. Okay, not obsessed. Let's not be obsessed with stats. But especially if you're running a promotion, you really need to, and a time sensitive promotion, you need to be on it. You need to be looking at what is working. So you've put one post out which is a graphic, you've put maybe a video post out a little bit later in the week. Which did better? Why? Which got more engagement? Which got more reach? You used different hashtags, different times. Which was better? Track it and tweak as you go. It's not, you can't just schedule it and leave it and it'll all, do its own thing, all of its own accord. You need to follow it. You need to find out what is working specifically for this promotion. So follow your stats. You need business accounts for this. I always recommend you have a business account if you're running a business, especially on Facebook. I have a Q&A about that. So track your stats, look at what's working, and tweak future posts that you have prepared if they need tweaking. And if that just means moving it from a Thursday to a Monday, or changing a couple of hashtags, switching them out, if that means changing your static graphic to a slightly fancy Giphy video type graphic, so it's a little bit moving because people like moving. Maybe that just means that you share all your promotion posts to stories as well, and you don't maybe usually do that. Maybe you add them to a highlight if you're on Instagram. Maybe you tweet more often. Maybe you try group boards on Pinterest, but you need to work out what is working as it is happening and tweak it. Right, this is a really long Q&A. Wow. Whew. But you made it, and now you can run a holiday promotion if you want to. So work out if you want to, on last week's Q&A, and then go forth and run your holiday promotions. Next week I am not talking about holiday promotions. I am done with holidays already. What month are we in? October. That's it. I'm out. Okay, how do I end these? If you have a question for Small Biz Q&A about small business and social media, or any size business and social media, you can leave me a message. No you can't. Well, you can. You can send me a message, you can leave me a comment, you can tweet me, find me on Facebook, find me on Instagram. I am also on Pinterest, but you can't really send me a message there. Send me an email. Love an email. Get in touch, basically, and I can answer your small biz and social media questions. Yes. If you'd rather I just ran your social media for you so you didn't have to worry about this kind of thing, I also do that. You can send me messages about that, and we can talk about how I can save all this time for you, because it's like 15 minutes of just explaining it, so, maybe you don't have time for that. So yeah, get in touch, send me your questions. I will see you on Tuesday. Why am I so bad at days of the week? I will see you on Tuesday for Tip Tuesday. Yeah. Happy holiday promoting.